Alright, here we go again. We're doing ampersand plus? Yeah. Certainly. Okay. We got group cross liar. Alright, group and cross. Okay. So, can these both be honest? No. Not even close. Okay. Yeah, alright. Okay, so. In order for this to have 2, 3, right? It needs at least one of gray and black in it, right? But even if this has 2, 2, it still would need at least one of each, which means the liar is this one, and it's actually a 1, 2. What? Oh, wait, if it's a 2, 2... Oh, it could have two of the same type. Wait, what? Oh, a 1, 3. I didn't even think of that. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Why didn't I even think of that? If this is a 1, 2... And I guess the point is, like, those have to be mines and those have to be mines, I think, is what's going on here. Like, even if this is a 1, 2, then this is a 2, 3, which means, like, okay, we need at least one of these. And one of them is going to have both. Yeah, and the other will have one. And that still forces, like, both these to be mines and those not to be, right? But if this is, like... Wait, yeah, if that's a 1, 2... If it's a 0, 1, it's all over. Yeah, no. It would have to be a 1, 2 if it's lying. And this would have to be... Okay, so this is 3 and 5, or it's like 4 and 2. In both cases, yeah, so it's like this. Okay, whoa, that was some lag? Or something? I don't know, okay. Alright. This is a legit 0, 2 right now. What the... Bruh. Why is this happening? Why is it taking it, like... Is something wrong here? Like, is... Like, the sound plays, and then it doesn't go until, like, a long time. But I guess the point is, this has to be honest, because if it's not, it would force that to also lie, because it would make another mine in here, which this is not allowed to have, so... Like, you're honest and those are gone. Like, whoa, bruh! Is it with OBS? Is OBS doing something with the recording and being like, oh, you're getting a delay on your screen for what you're able to see because of, yeah, so that's not here, that means that's honest. What? 7 not mines? And 2 mines? What clues do I even have? What? Oh, it's group. It's group, dude. Oh my gosh. This has to go here. Oh, I just was not even thinking about group this entire time. Wow. So that can't be, and that can't be either. Okay. Wait, why couldn't this be? Couldn't it be a 1, 1 if it's lying, and then it could keep going that way? Why was that not possibly in line, actually? Like, what? Did I really? I don't, No, that's kind of suspicious. Okay, well... Okay, that's legit. Alright, now... If this is a mine, then, like, all of these are, or something? Yeah. That's 1, 2, that's legit. Okay, that's honest as well. This is 2, 2, which, okay. Yeah, no, that's all possible. Well, this would be gone, and then that would be lying in that case. No, these have stuff down here already. Oh my. Okay, yeah, no, like, you're not allowed to do that. And you can have at most 4 mines total. Yeah, so that's not allowed either. Okay. Oh, the reason is because this already has one. That's why that couldn't be there, because then this would... Okay, okay. That explains everything. I just... Yeah. Kind of wasn't noticing the stuff down here that would affect the stuff up here like that. What? Alright. Jeez, dude. How could I be this dumb? Alright. Okay, so you're honest, yeah. If this is a mine, forces that to be. This is lying, so that's honest, and it already has a 2-2, so this is gone, and then this is in, and that's out. If this is legit 0-2, then those would both have to be mines, but then that would force that to be as well, forcing it to be lying. But otherwise, even if it's not, I guess you could have just this, but this 1-2 actually is legit, so that is lying, alright. And that would force this, maybe, in this case. But I suppose there's other things. Oh, hello. This needs a 4th mine, but I don't know if it's up or down. Alright, so this could be here, right? And then those are gone. But then there's no way this thing is, like, dealt with, right? Because it only has 2 mines, and there's no way a group can fit in here, so this would all be out. And so that means this is gone, which means that's in, which means those are both gone as well. And now we need some mines to get placed down. This has 1-1 already. That says 0-2, so it has a 1, so it's a 1-2. Which means one of these has to be a mine. If this one is and that one isn't, then you have this, that, and that. Right? Because this needs to be 2-2, and it needs to be honest. Doesn't need to be honest. Hold on. Oh, this is here, so it could be the liar. In which case, yeah, this is allowed to be honest. And that one is, like, they're allowed to both be honest. That's the point. Yeah, so that's allowed. Now, otherwise, you would need this to come up here, and at least to go this way. Then it could go to either one of those, depending on... Yeah, if this is lying, then that's allowed to be safe, because I would still be honest. Yeah, okay, so looks like we have these two. Okay. Alright. It's a 1-1. It has 1-1 right now. If this is honest, these are gone. It forces both of these, thereby forcing both of these to be lying, which is gone. So you're lying. Alright. And that means... Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, that means both of these are honest, which does that automatically, which will do that. Okay, cool. This 1-3, okay. This guy, okay, it could be 1-0, but it could also be a 1-2. But could both of those be a mine? Potentially, right? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. So anywhere that these cannot reach, can reach like this. Okay, and this one can reach here or here. Okay, so these are all gone. And then I think because of that, yeah, that's gone too. Alright. That is a legit 0-0. Which means the 0-1. Oh, it's lying. Okay. 1-1, 0-1. The 0-1, could it be a 0-0? It could be. Well, let's see. If this is a 0-0, then these are all out. Yeah, I guess I'll just like hit the minus on that to show like that's the assumption. Okay. Then what would happen? For the groups to complete, you'd need 1 here, and you need 2 here like this. So this is now lying, this is honest. This is lying, therefore this is honest, therefore that's a liar, which it's allowed to be. So the board would look like that, and that's acceptable. Okay. However, if there is 1 on black, let's say here, then it has 0-1 right now, It could be either 0, 2, which is actually not possible because there aren't two blacks. So it would have to be a 1, 1, which means it needs one more, which could be this one or that one. This one, if it's to be honest, needs an extra mine. And this one, if it's to be honest, needs 2 extra mines, which is now out of the question. So that means this is the one that's lying, which means this is honest, and it therefore needs an extra mine, specifically that one. And then this needs to be here, and it goes like this, right? Okay. That is what would happen in this case. Alright. Oh, should I actually put my cases as which one of these is lying? Maybe that's the better way of doing it. Because the contrary assumption here, like these could either both be mines or neither be mines. Well, that's only 2 other possible cases, so let's just go with that. So if these are neither, then this is in, and this has to come down here. And it forces, what does it force? This is the one that's lying and this is honest, yeah. And actually, I think that's it, because actually, I can just be like, alright, this group has to continue downward, so it has to go there. And now at this point, this has a mine. So there are kind of 2 options. Either, and this group will have to have 1 more mine in it, which means this guy has to be honest. Which means he has to be lying, and if he's lying, then it has to be that one, and this is gone. So no matter what, you have this. Alright. And if that's gone, we have this, and now, there we go. Next, encrypted flowers deviation. This D covers this B, so D cannot be 0. So this a mine, so is that. But, okay. Ooh, wait. D is non-zero, but it only has 1. But it has to have at least 1 more than the B. So that means this B cannot contain mines here or here. Okay. And furthermore, that just has to be a mine. And now, since that D has 1 there, it has to have the same one. Well, okay. This also means that D can't be 3. And now either B or D has to be 1, which means everybody else can't be 1. And exactly one of those 2. Flowers. Flowers. Okay. No, I don't think I can get anything from flowers just yet. Although, if this is a mine, both of these are dead, which makes D2. D2, B is 1. If B is 1, both of these are mines. Yeah, no, I don't think I can make deductions based off that, though. Is there something else going on here? If A is 0, C would be forced to be 3, and then all those would have to be mines. Oh, wow, A can't be 0. Cool. So specifically, it would kill all these, and it would also kill that, so B and D would have to be 1 and 2, so then C would have to be at least 3, but this C only has 3 spots, so all of these would have to be mines, but that's now a mine inside of the A, which is supposed to be 0 in the first place, and that means it's a contradiction, right? Okay, that's how that went. So A is at least 2. Oh, if C is 0, then B is 1, D is 2, so A can't be 2, but then it eliminates all of these, and so the A only has 2 spots and it can't deal. So that's also impossible. Oh, if this is a mine, then that would be forced to be because of flowers, which would violate the B because it can only have at most 1. So, okay, there we go. Okay. A has 3 spots available. So it's either 2 or 3, and that means... Okay, B is 0, and D is 1. Oh, no. If B is 1, D is 2, then A would have to be 3, right? But if B is 0, then D is 1, and A could be either 2 or 3, so okay. Can't really get any guarantees like that. But, A has to be more than D, right? Okay, so if A is 2, for instance, D would have to be 1, which would mean B would have to be 0. But if A is 2, D is 1, B is 0, this is out, this is out, these are out, obviously. This D needs to have 1, but the A needs to have 2, so the A is forced to be like this, but then this guy has no body, so goodbye, hello. Those are all in. This is now 1. D is now 2, and so we have all of this. Alright. Twos, threes. Okay. Oh, this guy needs a buddy, doesn't it? This guy has a buddy, so we can't have another one. Right, okay. Yep, okay, this is here, so these are out. That's... this needs one more. Okay. If this is mine, it forces that to be as well. I don't know. What are you looking at? Alright. Oh, this is a... oh, no, never mind. Okay, so what about this? Then these are both out. That makes this out, which forces that in. Which then... I mean, this is also mine then, but okay, that's fine. Yeah, it just needs one more. Alright, so... no, that's allowed. What just could not possibly be mine? I don't know. I don't think so. It's already has 2. So it's one of these 3, but I think any one of those 3 could work. Because if it's this one, it would eliminate both of these, thereby... oh! Okay, never mind. Okay, sure. Alright. One more required flag? What? Oh. What? Something with a C? It's either 4, 5, or 6. It has 6 spaces. Obviously it can't be 6 because that would violate flowers, so bye. Okay. Can it be 5? Can this be 5? If it's 5, what happens? If you have both of these, it would eliminate both of those. Oh. Yeah, okay. So that's... wait, what? Huh? Oh, Oh, but this would also eliminate... Wait, what? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It doesn't have any mines in its range currently. So with 5... Oh, you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, and that would not have this. So the only thing that's required, I think... Oh, yeah, if you have both of these, you can only have one of those. Wait, so 5 is possible. You could have... No, it's not, because you can't have both of these if you have this, which means 5 is not possible either. So this is 4, and that has to be mine. And that's all. Okay. You say that, you say... Well, you say that, and then... Okay. This 3 is all like, well, this 4 needs one more, so goodbye, those things. And now this is all like that, and now you have a buddy, so you can't have another one, and that forces this, and now this has a buddy, and so that can't be one, and this already has 3, and so now that's closed off. And now this 3 is like, I need 3, but I have 4 spaces, but I can't have all 3 of these, because that would be one gray with 2 buddies, so that means this has to be a mine, and 2 of these 3, which means, well, either those 2, or those 2, or those 2. But, yeah, no, that doesn't really state anything else, does it? But now, if this is a thing, then, oh, okay, but, so if this is a thing, then that also has to be a thing, because this 2 will kill both of those. And that's, like, the only buddy it can have, and also this 2 needs another guy, right? Okay. But if this ain't it, then this 2 is going to be like, yeah, it's those 2. Which will also kill that, by the way. So actually, it's always that and never that. Okay. And that does this. Okay, that tells me that. Alright, now we're at 7 out of 10. Which, oh, that should be fun. Alright. Okay, need to kill 3 things. This 3 will kill 1 thing. This 2 will kill 1 more thing. And then there's only 1 more thing that's allowed to die. And so, for example, if this is a mine, it kills that. And now this has to die, because if it is a mine, it would kill both of these, which is not allowed because of the 3. But then these 2 together kill this, which forces all of that. Oh, but that's not allowed! Get wrecked. Okay, so, you're gone, you're in. Now, I know 1 has to die here, right? Because you cannot have... Okay, so if this is the thing, it kills that, which then will also kill that, which is definitely not allowed, because this 3 has to kill someone else, and there's only 2 safe squares. So you're not allowed, you have to both be there. And now you are going to kill somebody out of these 3, which means this guy has to be here, which means you're dead, which means you're in. Alright. Okay, we've done 3 of each of these, so we're pretty set on that one. Let's go to the hashtag. And hashtags also always have sideboards. Okay, we are encrypted, and now we have area, vanilla, modulo, modulo, area, and cross. Okay. One modulo. Yeah. The modulos are pretty much never encrypted when it comes to hashtag for some reason. They just decide that, like, oh. I guess because anything that's modulo can only be 0, 1, or 2, so that would kind of, like, give away a lot of information. It doesn't want to tell me which ones are not 3 or 4. Because, like, if this was a letter, then it might tell me that, oh. Yeah, it would say a lot of things. Okay, anyway. Okay, that's the C, it's vanilla. The D. D can only be 1 or 2. Oh, okay. Or 0, potentially. This one modulo could have 4 in it. This one... Oh, yeah, okay, so... yeah. This has to have exactly 1 of those 2, because 1 modulo. And this has to have either 1 or 4, but if one of these isn't 1, then it can't have 4, and so then these are gone. Okay, A, M? Wait, what? That's an A modulo? Hold on. I was just being like, yeah, they wouldn't tell you that because they give way too much information, and now they just told me that. Like, what are you doing? Okay. D and E have to be, okay. This here, But if D is 0, it would kill that, which would make the A 0, which isn't allowed, so goodbye. If A is 0, D has to be at least 1, which means that would be a mine. But if A is 1, that's a mine. Wait, if A is 1, that's a mine, but then D can't be 1, which would force that to also be a mine, so that's a mine no matter what. And that means the C can't be 0. And if that is the case, then, okay, well... oh right, this is just, there's no mine-based rule. Okay. So I can't use that for anything, because there isn't one. Alright. This, one of these is, but like, okay, let's say this one isn't. Then this would have to be here. And like, obviously that is mine, right? And now, C wouldn't be able to be 1 either. But then this E would be like, it's allowed to be 0, so actually, I think this would be the more interesting thing to look at, right? Because that would force the E to not be 0, and the D or the E, D and E would be 1 and 2, so exactly one of those two is a mine. And that also means this, by the way, which means A is 0, which means you're gone. No, not like that, like that. And now we have this situation where C has to be either 3 or 4, but it only has 3 spaces, so it's like this, but that makes the D's 3, and that's a contradiction. Get wrecked. Alright. Now, that means that's in, that means that. Okay. Furthermore, well, no, it doesn't mean that. Okay, so. If the C is 2, these are gone. Now the E and D have to be 1 and 0, but also the A have to be 1 and 0. So actually get absolutely destroyed. You're not allowed. That means you are there, which means this, and that means A is 1. And now we get D there and E there, and now that's a 0, 2, and here we go. Okay. Yep, okay. Got him. That was, yeah, I mean, it's 5 by 5, so what do you expect? Alright. Again, square root of 2's cannot be liars if they're product. Well... no other type of clue is going to be the square root of 2. There's no clue that can be that other than a product clue. Alright. That is a 1 area. Okay. That's a 2 area, potentially. That's a 2 product. It's a product. It's not partition. This isn't 14 Minesweeper variance 1. Okay. Alright, so I don't know if this guy is legit, though. Nor do I know if that guy's legit. Which makes things awkward. But you know what? Alright, so like, what if this is a thing, right? So then these are gone. Now this 1 is like, well, I can't be a 1 anymore, so I'm gonna have to be a liar. And then all of this happens. And then it's like, well, which do I want to be? Do I want to be the 0 or the 2? Well, I can't be that, because if I'm here, then that kills both of those, which violates this square root of 2 over here. Now, this square root of 2 is going to need one of those two to be a mine, but, like, okay, it's fine. Alright, well, that's a thing, I guess. No, I don't know. So what about like this? This would kill that, right? Oh. It would also kill this. Now this has a square root of 2, but it can't have another square root of 2, so this can't be a 2, which means it has to be lying. But it also can't be a 1, because it only has one square of 1 next to it that's available. So it would have to be a 3, but 3 can't have square root of 2 inside of it, so like you're just dead. And that means you're also dead, for the same reasons. And I think that means that 2 is just legit, right? Well, it could be a 3. No, because that just requires that, which means this is legit. Which means this thing at least has to have that, of course. And, okay, that's at least something, I guess. this have anything to say for itself? Like this now would be like, oh, these are gone, and then that's obviously gone. Oh, that was already known though in that event, which, okay. Also you lion in this case, obviously. And that would do all of this, which would force this to be lying, which now means this is not a mine. Which, like, okay, that's fine. Does this do anything dumb? Nah, I mean, like, okay. Takes that out, I guess. Which makes this a liar. Which means that's out, which means this is in. And now that's out and this is honest, I guess. That's a surprising chain of consequences for that, actually. Was not expecting this. Okay. Like, does this just cause problems? Like, oh, it does. Yeah, okay. Alright. So this 0 needs another mine. But just one. Oh, but it could be lying, in which case it might need 2 more. This 4 deviation. Okay. This is also a 4 deviation. Now, the question is, if this thing's honest, then all these 3 are mines, which, no. Okay. Which just no, that's not a thing, alright. If that is not a mine, then both of these are, which makes this a liar. And that's actually kind of fine, but hold on. This is honest now. Which, like, what? Okay, that's super sketch. Okay, so it needs 3 of these 4, but any one of these will kill the other 2, which means both of these are mines, and that means that isn't, which means this needs 1 more here. Now either this thing's honest, in which case that's not a mine and that is, or it's lying, in which case that's a mine and that isn't. Okay, well, that's that. Well, I guess let's just start assuming stuff. Alright, if this is the case, if that's the liar, this thing's honest, which means that is safe. And that's a mine, which forces this to not be... Oh, wait, hold on. Like, you just... Yeah, okay. So therefore this and therefore that. Alright, and wow, therefore this and that as well. Alright. Huh? Oh, wait, no, this 0 needs 1 more. It needs 1 more. Oh, this has to be lying. It's either a 1 or a 3. But it has to be a 1, because, yeah, okay. Stupid. Oh, right, I didn't know that was a liar before, but now I do. Okay. That is a 5 area. It needs a... Okay. This can't be a 2. Because it has a square root of 2, but not another 1. Which means it's a 1. But this 5... Well, that kills that. And that... Oh, but it's lying. Okay, yeah. Alright. Okay, encrypted this time. Okay. Yeah, 2 module A, B cross, root 2 product, okay, yep. BCA. They can't both be 1, right? Yeah, they can't both be 1, so this is out. Yeah, alright. That's a D cross. This A is either 1 or 0. This has a 1 already. The D must be, well, oh, yeah. D must be 2 or bigger, which means, okay, so that's possible. Wait, but if E and D are this, then, oh yeah, C just has to be 4. Okay, that's 4 area. This is BE, so it's a 0 or 1 and a 2 or 3. So that, okay. So black is the 0 or 1, and gray is the 2 or 3. D is 3, let's say. Then all these 3 have to be A would be 1, which means that's not a mine. So B would be 0. Oh, yeah. Oh! Oh, interesting. Like, if B is 1, that would force this to be a mine. But then the D would have to be 2, and the A would have to be 0. Which eliminates that. But the E would have to be 3, which would kill, or which would force it. But then there's only 2. So that's not allowed. So we have this. Okay, so that means that's gone, which means that's like that. And now... yeah, that's forced, of course. This needs at least one of these two. But that's like forced just anyway, so okay. Let's say that isn't it. Then that needs to come down there. This needs to have 2, and that needs to have 3. And... oh, if this isn't a mine, then these are both forced to have at most 2, which is not allowed, so okay. That's a D area. D is either 2 or 3. If it is 3, then we have this, and that's gone. But if it's 2, then we have that, and it's like that. Okay. So under that assumption, we're in this situation. Oh, but that also forces this, which would force like that as well. Okay, which is allowed. Alright. So the other assumption is like that ain't it. So the D is 3. Which means either you have both of these, or you don't. Oh wait, the D is 3 though, so that means these are both mines. Which actually does mean this. And now that's a mine. And... oh, that kills this, and that's a contradiction. So yeah, alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, okay. Alright, next. Alright, wow, this is a lot of stuff. What's going on here? Okay. D and B, which are things that don't even appear on the board, one of them must be 5, okay. But all the stuff that does appear on the board is either, yeah, okay. Okay, that's vanilla, that's modulo. This is AC. So one of A or C has to be 0. And that means at least one of these two, well, okay. Okay, C can't be 0, so that means A is. Now, if C is 2 in both cases, then these would both, all 3 would have to be mines, which would make 2 on the 3 on the 2, which is not allowed. Which means C cannot be 2, it has to be 1. And in particular, it has to be arranged in this fashion so that you have 2 for the 2 modulo, because if that was 1, it would eliminate both of those, which would make that not have enough. Okay. Now, this is a 1. Okay, that's 1E cross, but E could be, alright. 0 modulo. E could be 2. So you could have all 3 of these be mines and then none of these be. Wait, that's an F deviation. F has to be 2 or 3? Ooh, hold up. Either 2 or 3. But, oh, the 0 modulo already has 1, so F is 3. Because this and the 0 modulo share the same amount of stuff, because it's deviation, yeah. Like, they share exactly the same squares. So that means, since the 0 modulo requires 3, the F must also require 3. Okay. So now there's 2 within this zone. Oh, that 3 vanilla just does that. Okay. Hello. Alright. BDBA. That's an area. B is 2 or bigger. That's deviation. This cannot connect to that, so that's gone. Which means this must be still inside of this deviation here. If B is 4, let's say, well, wait. This deviation has 5 things in it, so if B is 5, that might be funny, right? And it's like, oh, yeah, all of these are now mines. And now the 1 has to be the gray squares, because the black's already have 2. So those are gone. The 0 modular needs another one, and then E is 3. But E can't be 3, so that's not allowed, which means D is 5. Now, if B is 4, then E is 2. And if B is 4, then this deviation needs to have only 1 missing among those. Which means at least 2 of those 3, basically. At least. But it also needs 2 of these 3. And, what does that mean? That means it has at least 3 mines total. Wait, E was 2 in this case. Okay, there's at least 3 mines total within those spots, and in fact, this specifically has to be 1 because there has to be overlap between these 2 zones. And since there has to be 1 here, one of those has to be missing, which means that's in, and that is out. Yeah, we get this kind of situation going on here. So one of these 2 and one of those 2. Apparently somehow the other way results in contradiction. That is what the clues are telling me. Clues meaning these things. Okay. Alright, so. Now E is 4. Oh. E cannot be 4. What? I could just click that and find that. Like, hold on. Okay, yeah. That's 2, 2, but that can't be, so now that's like that. This is, okay, yeah. Alright, got it. Okay, liar. Okay, yeah, that has no spaces, so it's obviously actually a 0. Which means this is honest, so that's a mine. 2 vanilla, 2 modulo. So if this is lying, it's actually a 1, and that's not possible, so you're not lying. And that means you're not a mine. And this obviously isn't lying. Okay. It's a 2 modulo. This 0 modulo, if it's honest, requires 2 mines in here. So if the 0 is honest, the 2 must also be honest. In other words, the 2 can't be lying. And if the 2 can't be lying, the 0 can't be lying either. Okay, which means this is lying. Alright. This 4 deviation, okay, it just has that there. Alright, this 3 vanilla, okay, might not be a 3. This 4 vanilla, okay. So... One of these 3's gotta be lying. Because 3 vanilla says I need 1 more in here. So if it's honest, then the 0 must be lying. Which means this can't be lying, which means that. Yeah. Alright. So if one of these 2 is, the 2 of those 3 are, which means, I mean, yeah, it doesn't mean anything in particular. Okay. So now, if the 3 is lying, it might be a 4, in which case that's a mine. But if it's a 2, then that's not a mine, because then none of these would be. Yeah, okay, so that can go either way if it's lying. If this thing's lying, it needs 1 more mine, it's one of these, and this is gone. But that's still possible to be a mine, right? Okay. Oh, hello. That just Yeah, that says a lot, doesn't it? This is honest, so that's gone. This now, this here. Oh, hello. Oh, that just tells me all of that, which tells me that too. Oh, hello. Okay. Yep, okay. Sure, one left. This is one modulo. But it's a liar. If there's only one left, this has to be a 2, which means the last mine is there. Yeah, okay. Okay. We're on encrypted now. Okay. And we got all sorts of things going on. This, okay. Well, these can't both be mines, because then it'd be a 2-2, but A and D are different letters, so that's not allowed. This is vanilla, this is product. This is one modulo, and it's, yeah, this is encrypted, not liar, okay. Let's see here. It has 2 already, which means it needs 2 more. But you can't have both of those, which means one of these has to be, and since one of those 2 has to be, neither of those can be. Okay. Okay, that can't be 0 now. So this isn't 0. Wait, what is D? Oh, D is the thing that there is. So one of these has to be 2. So if A is just 1, then only one of these 3 get to be. But since because of this, A or a D has to be 2. So if A is 1, that means D is 2. But if D is 2, that means either both of these have to be, or both of those have to be. And in fact, even if both of those are, there still is one more here, which is a problem, because that would make 2 on this A. So that's just not possible. So A is 2. Okay. Now, if this is not a mine, this now has 1 of each, but it needs 2 of something, so it needs something here, right? So then these are all gone. And here D would be not 0, but rather 1. Okay. So that's something. Now alternatively, this is a mine, in which case, oh, hello, all these are gone. Isn't that something? And if this is gone, then the only way this could have 2 would be if it's a black, and then D is 0. Yep. It happens like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're always 1. Okay. Let's just get rid of all that. I mean, maybe something happened, but oh well. What? Why did that? What did clicking that do something? Oh, because C can't be 0 now. Okay. Alright. Well, what happens if C is 1, then D is 0? At which point, that's a mine. But that puts a second in the C, so C can't be 1. Oh yeah, of course C can't be 1, because there has to be 1 here as well. Yeah. Yeah, there has to be 1 here, in one of those 2. So C has to be at least 2, but that means it also has to be 3. But it cannot be 5, because you can't have both of those. So that's gone. Okay. So I know one of these 2 is. So like if this is a mine, then like both of these are gone. And now this has to be like that, and the D is 1. And now the C would have to be like this to be 3. And so like all of this would be gone. Okay. Then F would be 0, which means B and E are like, okay. For this 2 deviation, it surrounds this 2 oh. Right, this thing, it has 2 mines in this region, but this 2 in the 2FX means it's gotta have 2 of the same color in this region. So the F is just 0, and that's just like required, alright? So now, okay, wait, Oh, that means the only option for D is 1. Okay. And if D is 1, then one of these two has to not be 1, so that means that always has to be, which forces this. Which was like the scenario that I had assumed. And it worked like that. Okay. Yep. Okay, sure. Gotcha. No, okay. Okay, only one cell can be killed, so that means these three have to be, which means that says this, and there you go. Okay. Oh, 7 by 7. Okay, A area, G, deviation, cross, what? Oh. What is happening? Okay. So either way, that can't be a mine. Because if it is, this F would be 3, and it has to be at most 3, but it would also kill this square, and then this F could only have 2, which is not 3, and so it would be over. This one could potentially have all 4, couldn't it? It could. Unfortunate. If it couldn't, then that would be forced to be mine, but... And those would be forced to not be. Okay, G deviation, okay, it could be 0 still, so it says. BC cross. This 2 product, it needs 2 of the gray squares to be mines. So if this is 1... Oh, wait, if this is a mine, then F is 3. But if it's not, then F is 2, and this one needs these 2 anyway. So, okay, there we go. Oh, that said a lot about AB. Yeah, of course, because it has exactly 1 mine next to it. So A and B are 1 and 0, so that means everything else is not 1 or 0. F and G are 2 and 3, and therefore everything else is not 2 or 3, therefore C is 4. And if this is a 4, then yeah, because there's only 2 blacks accessible to it, so yes, of course. Now, since, what is that? Oh, wait, this has a, it had a B? Oh, so B couldn't be 0, so that means A is 0, which means that, okay. G. G's either 2 or 3. The 1, okay, so yeah. It's apparently 1 safe spot. Like, what? Yeah, that's 1 G. But if G is 2, then it could be the black one. And if G is 3, then it has to be the grays. But even if it's 2, it still could be one of the grays. And so, like, okay. But this one modulo still is like, oh, either all of them are, or just one of those 2 is, which, like, okay. This 1-4 is like, okay, one of these 2 needs to be. Don't think that doesn't matter. This G deviation could be either 2 or 3. So either one of these is, or both of them are. But this... No, it doesn't tell me anything. It just needs to have either 2 or 3 in it. This, that, the other? No? Oh, wait a minute. This is here. Hold up. If this is a mine, then G is 2, and all these are gone. But that would make F2. Oh, so this isn't allowed. Bruh. Okay. This 2 modulo says there has to be 2 within these 5, because this G cannot be 5. So there's got to be 2 in here, which means, okay. But if G is 3, then that has to be a mine anyway. But if G is 2, then it doesn't have to be. So that means this is always a mine. Okay. Because if it's not, this G would force that to be, but then this has 2 in it, and also G's a 2, and if G's a 2, then there can only be 1 in here, which means this 2 modulo doesn't have enough, right? Okay. You know, we did, yeah, obvious. Alright. So this is FG, so it's a 2-3. Regardless. It has 1 right now, it needs 5, so at least one of these 2 has to be a mine, which... Yeah, okay. Wait. But that means if this is a mine, F is 3, but then G is 2, which means these are both not mines, which is not allowed. So, you're not a mine, F is 2, G is 3. And there we go. Alright. We now need one or two of these, one of each color specifically. Does it have to be one of each color? No, it could be two blacks. Rough. Okay, what do you say? What do you have to say? What? Oh, G is 3, so this happens. And so this is out, which I guess I should have known all along, to be fair. This thing requires 2 in here, which, like, yeah, it has the 2 in there, okay. What else is going on? This one modulo, it could be everything, but it also could be just one of those 2. I don't know, that's allowed, right? Yeah, okay. So, like, if this ain't it, then these is. And then, yeah, no, like, what? That doesn't, okay. But if this ain't it, and both of these are, and so is this, and so are both of these, and like, okay. Oh, what if that isn't though? That forces both of these to be in, and then like also this, and now, nope, nothing else. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is, anything is possible, it seems. I don't know what it's going for here. I mean, it seems like anything's possible. I don't know. You don't tell me mine count, so what am I supposed to do? So, like, if that's a mine, then that isn't. But, like, if that isn't a mine, then that is, right? So, like, alright, so let's say that this ain't it. Then both of them have to be, so that means that one has to be, right? Okay. Oh, hold up. No, let's say this do be it. Then you ain't it. And only one of these is. But that's allowed. Like, this. You know, so it ain't that. Despite the fact that it's like, oh, 1 safe and 3 mines. So, like, you're saying this safe and then these 3 mines? But no, it's something else. I don't know what to tell you. So, like, it can't be that that's safe, because that would force 4 mines, which is more than we need. It can't tell me those, right? Because that would be so many safe squares. Could potentially maybe say this or something, then this would happen. And then, like, one of these would be, yeah, no, that's not. What is that? What? No, I don't know. There's not any, like, extra rules. It's just, like, whatever's, it's just regular hashtag. Regular hashtag, we're encrypted. The encryption has been broken for everything that we're able to see. There are no D's or E's on the board. So, this is just, like, regular hashtag. The encryption has been broken. Okay, this is 2 modulo, it has 2 here, this is 2 modulo, it needs 2, but this needs 2 more here, so that's like nothing. It's telling me something I already knew, basically. Alright, this says I need 2 of those 3 to be mines, this says I need either 1 or all of those to be mines, whereas this says 2 of these 3, and this is 2 of those 3. Does this ruin anything? Like, I don't think so. Right, it's just gonna do that, which, like, okay. That's fine. And this does a lot of stuff, right? It forces this, and it kills that, and then these have to be in. And now it's like, oh, I have a choice of, but still, it's just not this, and then it's all like, oh, hey, now this happens, and then, like, these can do whatever they want because it's different. mean, there's not anything saying anything about that, right? Like, there's no like global things happening on the board. Like, it's all whatever it is, like locally. This has 2 grays and 1 black. It could make 2 more blacks to get 2 grays and 3 blacks. Or it could have 1 more gray to make 3 grays and then 1 more black to have 2 blacks. Like, those are both allowed, right? Yeah, they are. So I can't conclude anything about any of these. These are legit 2 modulos, right? I'm not like misreading that M is something else. Okay, I'm not. Yes. I don't have mine count. So it can't be that. This is just like one of those. I have no other information about those squares whatsoever. This one modulo is like, oh, I have one. Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid, dude. It already has 1 here. So this 2 forces it to have at least 1 more. If it has 1 more, it needs all 3 more. Jesus. Why am I so stupid? How did this happen like this? How could you let me be that stupid? Okay. Anyway. What is going on here? We have this 3 deviation. It has 2 already, so only 1 within those 3. Or wait, 1 within these 2. So actually these are like that. This has to have 1 mine in here. But that's all I get, right? So this guy is all like, oh, this is also out because, yeah, okay. Which means, right, okay. There, which is going to do all this stuff, which is, yes, okay, now there's 1 left, and it's in here, so that ain't it. And if that's 1 area, it does that, okay. Oh, it's past an hour, yep, okay, well, I just did 1 7x7, and that's it, yeah, alright, so. I don't know, alright, I guess. Yep, okay. Yep. Yeah, no need to stall. So that, yep, okay, right, yep, that's the thing, alright. Well, that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for watching. Avoid out.